Evening all, Louise here from Straighten Your Crown Tarot for another episode. Right, thank you to all of those that showed up in last night's members only live stream, and thank you to all the new members, because I believe there's over 50 of you now, which is amazing. I can't thank you enough. If you hop over onto my posts section, you'll see the figures that will be sent to Bluebell Wood at the end of April when that money comes in for March. That is what we earn in March. It's over £400. I'm absolutely made up. And it's all down to your engagement. You're sitting through the ads, you're watching till the end, your likes, your comments, your shares. And that's how much money between us we've made for Bluebell Wood Children's Hospice in Sheffield. Right, I have a big thank you to broadcast, if you like, and it's from the person that sent me this from my Amazon wish list. It is from Morag Fraser, and Morag, I cannot thank you enough. This is amazing for me. It is a new set of microphones with the fluffy bits on the end, so that I can even minimise the sounds from outside. I've been looking at these for ages, and as I'd already bought 2 sets of microphones and one of them just kaput on me after the first time I charged them, this one seems to be okay at the moment, but these are the ones that I wanted to go for, and you have provided them, and I am very, very grateful. Thank you, Morag. You are a diamond. I will be working out how to charge or whatever, sort them out later tonight. This reading is about a particular issue that's caused quite a lot of uproar. And it's a Labour MP who's an MP for Birmingham, who is campaigning for the British people to pay for an airport. Now, what's wrong with that? I hear you ask. Nothing, I say in return. However, the airport's in Pakistan. This MP is called Tahir Ali. He's a Labour MP in Birmingham. You know that Birmingham, where the rubbish is overflowing in the streets, and they've got a massive rat problem. They've got rats the size of cats. And yet, this MP is campaigning for an airport in Pakistan. Yes, I hear you say, it is that Pakistan that has a space program. So are we going to capitulate, just bend over and let them just do what they want with us, and pay for an airport in Pakistan, or what? Let me just have a swig of my tea. So tonight we have the Tarot of Mystical Moments by Catherine Veltstein. We have Star Codes Astro Oracle by Heather Rowan Robbins, and I'll do that oracle card after. So we're having to have a look. So what's going off with this airport thing? I do believe Robert Jenrick did tell him to concentrate on his own constituency rather than that of another country. There are several Labour MPs that have put their names to this campaign and this request for money from the government for an airport. We've got elderly people about to have lost the winter fuel allowance. We've got the WASPy women have lost their campaign for, the pensions that they lost. We've got people on PIP who are disabled, potentially losing their benefits. We've got no army, no navy, no air force. We've got an NHS that is broken, not because of the amount of money that's going into it, because it's mismanaged. We've got people going to food banks, and we've got people who are working very hard, having to claim benefits so that they can survive. So why would an airport in Pakistan, or how would an airport in Pakistan help our economy? I hear you ask. I have no idea, I say in return. So let's have a look. Are we going to end up forking out for an airport in a foreign country, please? Are we going to be forking out for an airport in a foreign country? We have temperance. So this is basically saying, just keep calm. Keep an even keel. We need to stay balanced. It feels like it's, you know, when people tell you to count to 10 before you lose your shit. I used to do it with my kids. When I was about to blow my stack, when they used to drive me insane, I used to count to 10 before I said anything or shouted or anything. By the time I got to 4, the kids had scatter because they knew I were on 1. And this is more or less saying count to 10. You need to count to 10. So let's count to 10 on that one then. Need to have a bit of balance back in life. There's a need for balance. High Priestess. Isn't it amazing? We've got 2 major arcanas out straight away. Temperance and the High Priestess. We have the 5 of Wands. Five of Wands. The Star. That's 3 out of 4 cards are majors. 3 out of 4. Take a deep breath. This is going to inflame some tempers, I think. And I think what we are needing here is no knee-jerk reaction. Keep an even keel. This is almost laughable. It's almost laughable. It's I'm feeling, I know the High Priestess has a different meaning to what I'm saying, but I'm feeling that there's the ship's about to turn. It's like the ship changing course. And I wonder if that's got something to do with this Labour government. It feels like they're changing course. So what does that mean exactly? Don't know. I need to have a look at all the cards before I can make a judgment on that. And then we've got this 5 of Wands. Now the 5 of Wands is usually a battle. This always reminds me of, you know, like World War II films, when they go in and they've got this huge table and they've got all these little model battleships and stuff like that on the table, and they've got like a pole that they move them into position where they are. This feels like that. Like this is a game. Although during World War II it wasn't a game, but it feels like emulating that type of thing, strategizing, and picking your battles. And I think that's what that's all about. It's like they change. So hang fire. They are about to change course. They are busy right now picking their battles. And they're having to do that quite strategically. Now, when you think about it, a lot of Labour MPs wouldn't be in Parliament now if it wasn't for the Muslim vote. So in order to change course, because I know it's the High Priestess, but I'm feeling very strongly this is changing course. In order to change course, they're going to have to strategize and pick their battles right now. They're also they are also well aware that if they don't do certain things, they will lose badly next time, and there will be a huge population of Muslim MPs in Parliament, independents. So they're changing course. They want to change course, but they're going to have to do it very strategically, because if they don't, they will lose, and B, they will lose to independence. And then we've got the star card. Now, the star card, have you noticed we've got the Taj Mahal in the background? The star card's about healing. So it feels like there's going to be some major, not negotiations, but some major work put in between this Labour government and their need to change course. Feels like there's going to be some work put in to heal the situation between the UK and India. Now, I know India and Pakistan are two different countries. However, pre-1947, India was the whole of it. It was Mountbatten that partitioned. Was it Mountbatten that partitioned India in 47? And that's where we've got all the issues from. Since then, we've had all these issues. There seems to be some healing, not negotiations. It feels like friends making up. Now, I don't think parts of India have ever really forgiven the British for our part in, colonialisation. Not all of them. And it feels like there's going to be some alliance with India even. Makes you wonder whether India, not Pakistan, are going to take a major role in future relations between nations. Right. Right then. So we need to keep calm. They're trying to steer the ship round. They're going to have to be very clever strategically, and it looks like reaching out to India for better relations. Isn't it weird? You pick a card talking about India, Pakistan, and you end up with a card with the Taj Mahal in the background. We have the Three of Wands, the Fool, another major card, and the Knight of Pentacles. Right, let me have a swig of my tea. Right, so keep calm. The ship's about to be turned around, and we're talking ships again. In this instant, this feels like a trade deal. I think they're going to make a major trade deal with India. I think they're going to have to make a trade deal with India. We've sold all our steel to India. We don't even make steel anymore, do we? We're not even allowed to anymore, are we? Because of Mad Ed Miliband. So it feels like there's a trade deal here. So what's the trade deal? Is it the airport? Is that the trade deal? And then we've got this ship turning around, being strategic. And there's a warning here of naivety. So I think there's a trap in there for it from whoever. I think there's a trap in the government here. And the reason why I'm saying that, the full normally is this young person about to step off a cliff, and the only thing they've got is a dog barking at the heel to warn them. This person's only got to slide down this crocodile's belly and end up in the crocodile's mouth. It feels like a trap. So they're making negotiation. There's some negotiations, some trade deal. It looks like with India. They're trying to turn the ship round. They think they're being all strategic. Actual fact, there could possibly be a trap with that. And then we've got this healing the rift between the nations, being strategic, healing the rift between the nations. And then this Knight of Pentacles comes in. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. This is a business deal. This is a deal that will not be done until all the I's are crossed and the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Rather, they don't make a move unless they are 100% certain that the deal they're going to agree to or make is a winner. So I think there is a bit of a trap coming, but the person who is negotiating either the deal, now whether this has got something to do with the airport, it possibly is, because I've asked about the airport. So then if we take it as this is the question, because I've gone off on a tangent now, because I see this as a trade deal. However, if we're looking at this from the airport angle, it looks like, yes, they are going to, they are thinking about it, but there's a quid pro quo here. It's like, if we build you your airport, we want this. Now, I wonder if that's, if we build you your airport, you need to take back your illegal immigrants. Maybe it's that, I don't know. And maybe that's going to be a good business deal. Who knows? So when people are, and maybe that's why the temperance is there, hold your horses before you blow your stack. There is a deal in the making, and it's got something to do with an amicable agreement. If we do this, you have to do something in return, type thing. There could be a trap involved with that, though. However, the deal will not go ahead unless it's watertight. Right, next row. Where are we going with this then? So is it worth it to us to build an airport in Pakistan? Will it be worth it to us? We have right now the Knight of Pentacles, and I've been seeing that as the king, as the Knight of Pentacles, and it's the King of Pentacles. So this deal is even higher than the Knight. This isn't the slowest knight in the deck because it's the king. This is someone who is an astute business person, which means that any deal that comes through this person will be watertight. It's exactly the same thing. However, between these two, between the deal being made and this warning of naivety tricks, if you like, the person doing that deal is the knight. Knight is of lower rank. However, the knight is also very methodical and will not go into business with anybody unless it's watertight. It feels very much like this knight is looking towards the king. So this is being overseen. The king's overseeing this, but the knight's doing the deal. Right, I get you. So this person, this could be it could be a Virgo, could be a Capricorn, and what's the other earth sign? Can't tell you off the top of my head. Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So it's someone who's, if it's a Capricorn, we're all right, because Capricorns just work like you've never known, in my experience. So we've got this person overseeing the deal. So this could be someone who's more mature, more experienced, based in India. And then between this deal being done and the warnings of, tricks being played in this deal, we've got someone who is a Knight of Pentacles, someone who won't just sign the bottom of the paper without reading all the fine print. So, yeah, still could be tricked, but is being overseen by someone who's very experienced where business is concerned. Did I make sense with that? So next, and then we've got the World. And then the World is the end of a cycle. The World is fate. It's you pay your money, you take your choice. This is the last card in the major arcana before we go back to the Fool. So we've got the Fool here and we've got the World here. So we've jumped from naivete to completing the cycle within 2 cards. So that feels like it's going to be a very quickly done deal. Quickly done deal. And then we start from the beginning again. We'd go back to the beginning of the Fool's journey again. This cycle's ended. The learning has been done. This world person. I can't even see what's there. I can't see the countries mapped out. I don't know if they are mapped out. But I can't see any defined countries on this world's skirt. But this is fate. This is the roulette wheel. So it's going to be done. There's going to be, I think they are going to do this airport. I think they're going to negotiate terms. And I think it might have something to do with illegal immigration and even legal immigration, perhaps, or even sending Pakistani criminals back. Maybe, I don't know. It feels like it. It feels like if we're going to build you, pay for and build you an airport, you have to do something in return. Interestingly enough, though, we've got the business bit, but there's no swords in this. For this to be diplomatic, it needs to be a King of Swords. So I'm not so sure it's a good. I think they're going to do it. I'm not so sure. Not so sure. 7 of Pentacles. So the harvest. Someone's worked really, really hard. They've got to the end of the harvest and now they're picking the harvest. So this is reaping the rewards. So it does feel like, in principle, this airport in Pakistan, if we paid for it, if the negotiations are done properly, we would benefit from that. However, I'm going to say we're not. And the reason why I'm going to say that we're not is because it feels like the benefit's all one-sided. There's no mental balance here. It's all pentacles. It's all pentacles and wands. It's all money. It's all pentacles and wands. There's no swords in there. So there's no thought behind it. There might be business sense and there might be dotting I's and crossing T's. This central card here, though, the Fool, that's just jumping out at me. It's like alarm bells, alarm bells. Anybody who's going to profit from this or benefit from this is going to be one-sided. Look at the lady on the tree. Who's benefiting? So I would say if you're going to be in government and you've got a call to pay for an airport in a country that's not your own, when your own country is on its arse economically, if you're going to start and build or pay for airports in foreign countries, you're going to want a very good return on that money. A very good return. I'm not so sure we'd get it. In fact, I'd say we're not. So let's have a Star Codes Astro. And then I'll get off and upload this and have a look at my new microphone. Thank you very much, Morag. Do you know what? It's really nice to receive stuff, because I don't very often receive. Oh, I can hear violins going off in the background already. But my kids don't. Well, my daughter does. My son never buys me anything. And there is only me and 2 kids, so like getting things like for yourself after bringing 2 kids up completely on your own, you never really take anything for yourself. It feels almost like, you know, a thief in night sort of thing, or it shouldn't really be mine. It's really, really nice to receive something. And you know what? To receive something from a stranger, is you know, I cried when I thought, oh, that's so lovely. Oh, I'm nearly roaring now. Here, Louise, sort yourself out. So let's have a Star Codes. Come on, wake up. Give me a Star Codes. There we go. We've got Neptune in reverse. Ooh. I have no idea what that is. No idea. I'm going to have to start studying astrology. I know a little bit, but not much at all. Neptune. No, it's not. Right, where are I? All right. Oh my goodness me. Oh yeah, there is a challenge. So we're in reverse. Neptune. Neptune overwhelm can turn acceptance into passivity, imagination into illusion, sensitivity, and the hunger for spirit into addiction. Watch for water damage. Oh, don't be telling me that. Watch for water damage. Watch for water damage. Watch for water damage. Right. I'm wondering if we're going to have some kind of what's the word? Storm, flood, that kind of thing. I don't think we'll have it here. I wonder if it's going to be something like that in Pakistan, in India. Makes me wonder. That Taj Mahal card, the star card, is very strong. They're the 2 that are literally flashing at me, particularly that one. Falling into a trap. If they decide to go ahead with this airport, because of the absence of swords, particularly the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords, I would say there's a bit of a trap, and the rewards will only go one-sided. That's disappointing, isn't it? Right, I'm off, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Straighten Your Crown Tarot. Ta-ra!